What's up, everybody? Lane here, aka the UnJobbable One, back with another video, another review, another podcast, the only podcast that you need to be listening to here on the YouTube and hopefully in the near future on iTunes and Stitcher and Spotify and SoundCloud and all those other apps and podcast apps and all that good stuff. Hopefully one day we'll get there. I looked into it a little bit after Smackdown last night. And I found out that you have to pay like $15 for SoundCloud a month to do unlimited uploads. I haven't really looked into anything else, really. I'm going to do that today probably. And yeah, hopefully we'll start getting on some of those and start getting into rankings and everything and all that good stuff. Also, if you guys have gone to my channel now, you'll see that I have a new banner and it says gameplays, list, and more. Because I do want to do like top 10s of wrestling. I want to do like some fantasy booking. There's a lot of stuff that I really want to do. I'm also still going to do gameplays. Also about the gameplays, I hope that you guys do not mind the gameplay on these reviews. Because I don't really have a camera right now to record my face at that. I'm not really a big face cam guy. Also, I do have a web camera, but for some reason the software does not work anymore. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm just trying to make do with what I got. And so far, the only thing that I know that I have is gameplays left over. And I can always record more gameplays and stuff like that. So I hope you guys don't mind the gameplay that you're watching. I would think that that'd be better than just watching a slideshow of photos or just like still picture image or an audio wave spectrum or something like that. I figured this would be a little bit more entertaining because at least you're getting to watch something kind of fun and listen to me talk about Raw and Smackdown and NXT and all that good stuff. So yeah, and I apologize for how icky and awful my voice and everything sounded yesterday on Raw's review, because I had just woken up and my nose was all stopped up and I was just like I was doing all that the entire video, and I know that can be a little annoying. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get right into Smackdown. We're gonna smack it so that we can get down on Smackdown, because it was a good show. Far better than Raw, to be honest. It's like Raw is the show that I have to watch, like I'm obligated to watch it, but SmackDown's the show that I look forward to watching. I'm about to say that I can't look forward to watching. Wait, does that make sense too? I don't know. I don't know. I've been in school. I don't know my vocabulary, my sentences, and all that good shit. SmackDown is the show that I look forward to watching, okay? Because it's always entertaining. It's only 2 hours. Raw is pretty much like a mini pay-per-view, even of itself, because it's 3 hours long. It's a long show. Such a long show, but we're on SmackDown, so it's all good. So, SmackDown, the show opens up with Daniel Bryan. He's talking about the contract signing, some pretty fun stuff. Daniel Bryan is just like, he's such a genuine guy. He kind of commands the entire arena. Because I think at one point he said, we're going to try to be civil here. And the crowd started booing, and he was like, don't boo that. And you hear some people laughing, and you get a little bit of boos here then again, but wasn't anything bad. So Becky comes out, and then Alexa Bliss comes out, and Becky is she's great. The crowd loves her. So many Becky chants. And about the crowd, I'll say this right now. I wrote it down for every single segment, but the crowd was hot for everything. The crowd was just up for everything. The crowd for Raw sucked. It was terrible. It was a terrible crowd. They just weren't into it. They're either bored, just trying to amuse themselves, just trying to take over hijack the whole show. But with SmackDown, the crowd was just incredible. It made the entire show so much better. The crowd was just hot for Becky. They were hot for what Alexa Bliss was saying. So much heat. It was great. It was really good. I have here, Mauro brings up Harley Quinn yet again. I like Mauro a lot. I don't think he's the second best commentator to have. The first best is, why the fuck, Corey Graves. I was about to say, why can't I remember his name? Corey Graves is just fucking fantastic. Mauro he's really good. I loved him during the Cruiserweight Classic. He was just on top notch at the Cruiserweight Classic, but it's just on SmackDown, there's so many pop culture references that he does. It's just like, dude, I don't need to hear, oh, Harley Quinn, not Harley Quinn, Alexa Bliss, she's the Harley Quinn of SmackDown. I don't need to hear that. I can see it, and I see that she's going for this Harley Quinn look. I'm not stupid. It's just, it's over the top. It's too much, but I do enjoy his voice. I enjoy his commentary. It's just when he does the pop culture references, I don't give a shit. And then I have right here, crowd is eating up everything. It was great. Alexa calls Becky Bex, a reference to bats, maybe. I thought that was pretty good. Best promo I've heard from Becky in a while. It was really good. Good stuff. The best Alexa that I've heard in a while as well. And this is where I'll get in. There was a camera shot that was it was really weird. I don't know if it was during this segment or what, but it was like, for some reason, the camera cut to like the crowd and the ground for a second, and then cut back to the in ring. It was weird. It was like Kevin Dunn was just like all over the fucking place. I don't know if Kevin Dunn is doing the productions on SmackDown or he's doing the production on Raw or what, but holy shit, the camera angles for SmackDown are garbage. They're all over the place. They make me sick, and I feel like I'm intruding on the product within the ring. Like, we all sit there and we watch movies and watch TV shows, and we're like, man, I wonder what it'd be like if I was actually there. With wrestling, I want that same feeling, but with the camera angles and the camera shots on SmackDown, I feel like I'm actually there, and I can see everything that they're actually trying to do, which is not the whole illusion of the product. The illusion is that everything's supposed to be running smoothly, and I'm not supposed to see them getting into these sequences. It's intruding on the art of itself and this whole spectacle of the performance that they're trying to put on. It's just, I don't like the camera shots for SmackDown. They need to get better. That's probably the worst thing about SmackDown is the camera angles and the shots and the crane and all that stuff. But other than that, everything's pretty top notch. And then I have Alexa hits Becky and flips table onto her. That pretty much sums it up. Becky chases Alexa Bliss out. Becky signs the contract. End of that. And that was that first segment going into the show. And then Daniel Bryan encounters the Miz backstage about Miz's Intercontinental title match and contract and all that good stuff. This is where the rumors have been coming around where there's been talk of the Miz maybe going to Raw, which I don't want to see. I don't want to see that. It'll be really disappointing because I think this is the best run of the MIZ that we've seen in years. So many years. He's been on top-notch performance. His run with the IC belt has been great. He's made that belt look so damn good. And the match he had with Ziggler was fantastic. Great match. The finish was a little disappointing, but they will have a blow-off in No Mercy. I'm sure of it. And, that was pretty much all that really was said back there. And then American Alpha versus Usos. And I have here the crowd was just hot for American Alpha. This was the biggest pop I've heard for American Alpha in recent weeks. I mean, ever since like the whole draft and everything, and since they debuted on Smackdown, this was actually the first legitimate big pop that I've heard for American Alpha. Yeah, there's been smaller pops. There's been pops for American Alpha. But this one seemed significantly larger. And this is where I was like, man, this crowd is phenomenal. This crowd has been on top notch, and they are just into everything. So, American Alpha versus Usos. The Usos come out. Love the Usos. This is the best Usos we've seen in years. I think that being heels, specifically being these kind of heels, is more natural to them, and I feel like they are playing up to their strengths here. It's so good. I love the Usos right now because I hated them before as baby faces. They're just so bland, so boring. I've always respected their in-ring work, but as far as like promos and just overall characters, it was just nothing ever good. But this is great. Love the Usos. Winners challenge for the belts, which is good. I have here Otunga sucks dicks, because Otunga is the worst fucking commentator I've ever heard in my fucking life. He is just awful. Oh my god, he's awful. Oh, honestly, I would take Baron Saxton over Otunga any day of the week. Baron Saxton, I actually don't mind. I actually like him. To be honest, I like the entire Raw commentary team. I feel like SmackDown's commentary team is the worst commentary team. Mauro being good here and there, and then JBL being JBL. Telling her throwing out just absolute shit. He's the equivalent of Macho Man during WrestleMania 9. Just that level of pure shit that it just didn't add anything to the match or to the show whatsoever. So yeah, Usos have a lot of good heat, great heel heat, and the Usos go over in a great match. So next segment, Usos go backstage. They talk to Rhino and Slater. They're great heels. I mean, I would be legitimately scared of the Usos if I saw them backstage and I was just trying to eat my damn cheese and crackers. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't fuck with them. Would you fuck with them? I wouldn't fuck with them. I ain't doing that. No. So then we have the next segment. Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin with Jack Swagger on commentary. Apollo Crews came out, looking stern, looking ready to fight. He's pissed off. That's good because he needs some damn complexity to his character, because right now he doesn't really have much of a character or a gimmick or anything. Then I have again Otunga sucks dicks. Yeah. I have crowd is still hot. Crowd's still hot for everything. Corbin goes over with the end of days. Love that fucking finisher. And I am actually, just a little teaser, but I'm actually going to be making a video on how WWE should book Baron Corbin. And my plan, just to get a general feel of it, my plan is basically for him to go under the wings of the Big Red Machine, Kane. And when that video comes up, I'll go in full detail of how that little storyline will go for Baron Corbin. I actually like Baron Corbin. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Baron Corbin. For me, I've watched his matches, and his matches are never really boring. He plays the typical big guy, beat the shit out of you character. For me, the only thing about him that I honestly don't like too much is his promo skills. They're severely lacking. He just doesn't have any cadence to what he says, or any drama or complexity to it. It's just, I'm here to win. I'm Baron Corbin. I'm here because I want to get paid. I want the money. It's like that's Baron Corbin in a nutshell. He just wants to get paid, he wants the money, and his promos are they're absolute shit. So for me, that's the only thing that really sucks about Baron Corbin. I think his in-ring is great. I love when he gets thrown into the corner and he does the baseball slide out of the ring, runs around, gets back in the ring, and fucking clotheslines whoever in the back of the head. Is great. It's so quick. It's so smooth. It's good work. It's really good work. Next we had Kurt Hawkins promo. ... Fuck Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins. Fuck him. I don't care about Kurt Hawkins. He's got a good look to him. It's just, I don't get the fucking his gimmick. Let's face the fact, it's old fucking shitty facts. It's just terrible. It's terrible. And then we had Naomi and Nikki backstage. I have here, Naomi and Nikki, not the best talkers, but, it's a decent promo. It feels loose, it feels unscripted, but it also just feels sort of monotone. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but it just kind of feels like, sorry, I don't know if you guys are hearing this, but I'm moving my mic a little bit. It just doesn't feel good, their promos, but and next we had a Dolph Ziggler promo. Same old, pretty much what I wrote down. And then we had Dolph versus Miz. I have here Otunga sucks dicks. Yes, I have Otunga sucks dicks for every single segment, so you're gonna hear it every single time. I have Miz mocking Daniel Bryan. It's fantastic with, I think it's the yes kicks. Otunga sucks dicks. Again. He must have been on, top form of just absolute sucking. Oh, my goodness. And then I have here, it would be awesome if they had The Miz defend the title every SmackDown. If that was the story. Daniel Bryan hated The Miz so much that he was like, you know what? You're going to defend your title every SmackDown leading up to No Mercy. Have some type of big blow off or something, just a general thing. I think that would be awesome. It'd be rad. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see where the dynamic between Daniel Bryan and The Miz goes from here. Because I really hope The Miz doesn't go to Raw. If he doesn't go to Raw, I hope he stays on SmackDown and continues this whole feud with Daniel Bryan. I think it's great stuff. And it's the best work from The Miz in a long time. And I have here in big bold capitalized letters, every single word, crowd are super hot for this. Crowd was just amazing in this match. It's good stuff. I said, love this match. Miz goes over in a phenomenal match. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Next, we had Randy Orton versus Eric Rowan. Otunga sucks dicks. Orton wins. Bray comes on screen, drops a promo. Same old. I'm a god and shit. And yeah. Then we had a women's tag match. Natalia and Carmella versus Nikki and Naomi. Crowd pops huge for Naomi. I was shocked. I mean, the crowd usually pop for Naomi, but just here specifically, it was really big. And they had Naomi have the last televised entrance, because we didn't see anyone else really come out. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Things to come, maybe. We'll see. The match ended in a DQ, or something, or no contest. I don't know. Carmella was attacking Nikki on the outside. It irked me a little bit that the women didn't have much time on the show, but I felt this was a good ending because it progresses the storyline between Nikki and Carmella. So yeah, I was fine with that. I was fine. AJ Styles promo backstage. He's great. He's always great. Then we had John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. Otunga sucks dicks. I have here, solid match. Wasn't anything particularly special. I think they're pretty much saving everything for No Mercy, which makes sense, because it did feel like they were holding back a lot. I felt like they could have done so much more, but I completely understand that. A win out of nowhere. Dean goes over with a roll-up, which was kind of disappointing, but then again, you want to keep both guys strong, and you can't have John win every single match, especially since when John leaves, because I believe he's leaving. He's taking another break after No Mercy, I believe, to film some stuff. So you want to keep your other babyface super strong. Then AJ comes out of nowhere. With a flying forearm, phenomenal forearm. John Cena, a Pele to Dean, and then Daniel Bryan comes out, says Dean will face AJ for the belt next week. And then Dean pops up, delivers the dirty deeds to AJ with a chorus of boos. So many boos for Dean. Man. Like, before the brand split, I was all for Dean being champion. I wanted to see his run because I think he has an Austin-like character. A Stone Cold-like character. But after the brand split, he's not lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose. He's wacky, goofy Dean Ambrose, comedic guy. But after he lost the belt, he was back to sort of being a lunatic again. So it's weird. It's like when he's chasing the belt, he does the lunatic stuff because he wants that belt badly. But when he has the belt, he's content. And he's just sort of like, oh, I got the belt, so I can be a little goofy here and there. But it makes his character not really likable. It's like Austin said on his podcast with Dean, it's like you're resting on your laurels, I don't know who's giving Dean what. Like, I don't know if it's Dean coming up with these ideas or if it's creative or what, but I just think that he needs to go full-blown lunatic. Make him Austin/Mankind. I think that's just the best way to go for Dean. It's the best way to get him over because he's not particularly the best wrestler from what I've seen. He's a good enough wrestler. I wouldn't say he's great by any means. He's a good wrestler, but for me, it's more so his promos, his look, and just his overall character that should pull him over the hump. But just the goofy stuff is not going to work, and I think a lot of people are seeing that. AJ having the belt adds so much gravity to SmackDown. It has just a heavier, weightier feel to it. So I think AJ having the belt is really good. I think he's going to have the belt for a good while. He's going to have a really good run with it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much SmackDown. Let me know what you guys thought of SmackDown in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I do live tweet during Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. At Let's_Talk95. Link is always in the description. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to let you guys know of about the channel or anything. Yeah, these videos, I'm not really trying to make them short, and I'm not really trying to make them long. It's just however long I talk, however long, the show goes for, or what I need to bring up or anything like that, that's how long it will just go. So this could end up being like a 35-minute show or a 45-minute show or an hour-long show or what. Because right now we're kind of at 27 minutes, which is not bad. That's a pretty short video. It's a pretty short review and a recap of SmackDown. NXT is probably going to be a lot shorter. So yeah, look forward to the list. Look forward to more gameplays. Like I said, the gameplays are not going to be very, very frequent, but there will be gameplays. And look forward to like some fantasy booking, just some more wrestling videos, wrestling oriented videos. Yeah, make sure to share this with your friends, your family. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, with all that being said, I hope you all have a gorgeous day and a safe one. And yeah, and I'll see you all right back here in the next video.